Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's that time of week again, bonus video time. We hit our subscriber goal, at least for the bonus video. We didn't quite get there yet for the bonus live stream, but we're only 3 away. So if you are not a subscriber, smash that button and we will be getting a live stream by the end of the week. Otherwise, guys, smash that like button. And if this video gets 20, I will do another bonus video this week before the power rankings. And guys, this is just a special video. I haven't done anything like this before, so I really want to get your feedback. If this is the kind of video you guys want to see on this channel in the future, we are going to be talking about playoff droughts with the Seattle Mariners coming up on potentially breaking the record they got. I just want to go over some of the droughts we got around the MLB, starting with the Mariners up here. They are now 20 seasons without making the playoffs. They are holding across all sports the biggest, longest losing streak, but they are on their way there, and hopefully this video isn't the curse for them. We do have a couple other teams in the MLB that are on long droughts themselves, including the Philadelphia Phillies. They are on a 10-season drought, and that's kind of surprising to me when I was looking this up. I thought it would be another team over them, but for the Phillies, they were in, I guess, 10 years ago when they were really in the Roy Halladay's, Ryan Howard, those kind of days where they were dominant in the NL East. It's been a while. And tied for the third longest in the MLB, we have the Angels and we have the Tigers, who are now 7 seasons out from being in the playoffs. It's tough to say. If I had to pick a team, which team's going to make the playoffs first out of these two, I'm probably going to lean Angels. You kind of got to, right? But just based on how this season's going, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Angels continue to just falter and it's the Tigers. Otherwise, these two teams right now are on their way to making the playoffs. And if I was a betting man, which if you're not new to this channel, you know I am, I'm going to bet that both those teams do make it this season. So this video is all about droughts. I wanted to talk about another drought that I found interesting. It was a 3-way tie to see who has not won their division for the longest. So these two teams will forever be in the same kind of category. Marlins and the Rockies, both 28 seasons without winning their division. And interestingly enough, those 28 seasons consist of their entire franchise. They both came into the league at the same year, and they've yet to win the division, which honestly is a little surprising because I've seen them in the World Series. I've seen the Marlins win it, Florida Marlins back then, but apparently they were wildcard teams all those years. So it's pretty interesting. Don't see these two teams really a path to win their division anytime soon, so I would suspect this number to keep on growing. Actually tied with them, still at 28. So all these teams, 28 seasons without winning the division. We have the Pittsburgh Pirates. Believe it or not, out of these 3 teams, I would predict that the Pirates are going to be the team to break this one first. Next up, I wanted to talk about who has been the longest drought without winning a playoff series. Now, this one somewhat surprised me. The number one with 26 playoff series, 26 seasons without winning a playoff series. We have the Cincinnati Reds. Not really keeping this in a good order or anything. And then we follow that by 20 seasons. It's pretty obvious who hasn't won a playoff series in 20 seasons. They haven't even made the playoffs in 20 seasons. We got the Mariners, so we're going to do a little squiggly down here. They're there as well. And following up pretty closely with 19 seasons without a playoff victory, we have the Minnesota Twins, and that's not too surprising. They do make the playoffs every year, and we hear this story every year. Not every year, but we hear this story often because the Twins have often made the postseason, whereas the Reds, it's been quite a while, right? They don't make the postseason nearly as much as the Twins do. But the Twins, 19 seasons now without that. They're trying to make the playoffs again this year, so they're not. These teams aren't quite as close to this category as these other ones. But who do you think has the best chance to win a playoff series? For me, it's got to be Seattle, right? They're going to likely make the playoffs. They're likely going to be, and my prediction holds true, the top wildcard team. So they're going to probably play the leader of the Central Division. At this point, it could be Chicago, could be the Guardians, could be the Twins. So maybe that's what we want to see. Seattle versus the Twins in the first round of the playoffs. Then one of those streaks will be broken. Next up, I want to talk about World Series appearances. So, World Series appearances. Again, this is going to be a lot of the same, but not quite. We have leading the way with 44. I'm going to move them on over just to keep it kind of in line. We got the Mariners, 44 seasons without even making it to the World Series. Next up, we have 41 seasons. Again, a team already on the board. We've gone 41 seasons without making it to the World Series, on top of 28 seasons without winning the division. And then lastly, we got 38 seasons, again, without making the World Series, even appearing. We got a new team. We got the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee's been kind of flirting with potentially going to the World Series over the past couple of seasons. They might have missed that window, so this number could continue to grow. And if I'm going to guess which team has the best shot to make the World Series sooner rather than later, it's either going to be these two, honestly. I think the Pirates eventually are going to have to just, they've been last so long, they're going to eventually have to have a good team, right? Kind of like the Astros. They were bad for so long, and then now they're a legacy. Pirates are due for that, right? So I would think them, possibly the Mariners. They're kind of in a little bit ahead of the curve in that situation. That brings us to World Series wins. So World Series wins on this board is going to just get wild because I'm doing this live and I don't really care how it turns out because it's a bonus video. 72 seasons and we got 60 seasons. So leading the way at 72 seasons without winning the World Series, I'm just going to put that here. We got the Guardians. This is just getting wild now. And then at 60, we have the Rangers. Both these teams coming from the American League. We saw the Guardians or the Indians back when they were that in the World Series a few years back. So they had their shot to break that streak. They didn't do it. So that's why they're obviously not on the World Series appearance list. Same with the Rangers. We've seen them in the World Series over the past couple decades. They did have a strong team all through the 90s, early 2000s. So they just didn't take it home. So that's pretty much what has it there. On top of that, do want to talk about the other sports. Seattle Mariners, we're leading all sports, all the four major North American sports in postseason at 20. But we do have the New York Jets, and I do have a magnet because, you know, I do football when it's football time. So 11 seasons, they're leading the NFL in not making the playoffs. It's quite a large margin. I think it's the Denver Broncos behind them at number 2, and they have 6. It's been 6 seasons since, and they made the Super Bowl last time they were in the playoffs, unlike the Jets. I don't have magnets for these guys, but just a shout out to the Buffalo Sabres. Currently still an active streak at 11, leading the NHL. Also the longest in NHL history. And then on top of that, we have the Sacramento Kings for the NBA at 16. Also an active streak and the longest in NBA history. Guys, if you're skipping to the end of the video, this is not going to make any sense. So really, you got to watch the whole video from start to finish. Hope you guys liked it. It's just a fun video talking about playoff droughts. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Who's going to break the droughts this year? I think bang on. We got the Mariners. The Phillies are going to break it. Not going to win the division. Not going to win the division. Not going to win the division. These guys obviously not going to make it. And then World Series. I have to say Mariners. Gonna give it to the Mariners. They're gonna be the first one to make the World Series. And between the Rangers and the Guardians, who's gonna win it first? Man, it could be 20 years before one of those teams wins it, I think. But going back, I'm gonna have to say Rangers. Just gonna pick Rangers. Again, let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, join the team, etc., etc. Guys, we'll see that for that next video. Peace out.